mecca for musicians and tourists alike.
The haunting music of Clannad and Enya, inspired by Celtic myth, music and legend, and by Donegal itself, has lured many visitors from all parts of the globe. They come for the wonderful scenery, and they come to see the home place, the family pub. Leo's Tavern, where these world-famous musicians first started playing, and where they get a real Guidor welcome from Leo and Moya Brennan.
I love telling the busloads of visitors the phenomenal story of coming, living here in this village way back in the mid-40s with my mum and dad and two brothers and sister. And in the old house at the end of the road there was an old man called Mickey Johnny, and he had a bed in the kitchen, and he rented the rest of his two-storey house out to my parents. And we had an all-family dance band, my father, my mother, my two brothers, my sister and myself. And at that time there were wee dance halls all around the place. Every crossroads, every village.
Through time, Leo went on to have his own dance band. But once married, the long hours on the road kept him away from his young and growing family.
I said to him one evening, I says, why not have all these people that you have coming to you in the hotels, why not have your place of your own? And that's how we bought this place in 1968. And it was a big gamble because we knew nothing about pub life or anything like that. But it worked for us.
That was 35 and a half years ago. It was a great success because it was the first singing pub in the area. The family were Clannad, Enya. When they came of age, they were serving the beer while I was singing and playing away. They'd sing an odd song with me as a break in any of the sessions, and they started playing, and now, as I said to the visitors, they're playing all over the world, and the poor old fella, he's still stuck in the corner.
The pub was a musical university to Enya, Moya and their siblings. Not only was their mother a music teacher, their father a musician, but they were a mecca to musicians from all over as the reputation of Leo's grew.
You just name anybody in Ireland a musician that wasn't here. It was marvellous meeting them.
A few years ago, Leo and Moya gave the pub over to their son Bartley. Bartley is himself a box player and, naturally enough, a singer, but he opts to stay on the far side of the bar.
Well, I always tell the people that come here, I says, I'm the one that left behind without the music. I also tell them that I sang one day and the rest of the family says, you look after the bar and we'll do the singing. So
Bartley has renovated and modernised, introducing pub food among other things, but always keeping a watchful eye on the family heritage.
It was a nerve-wracking time. All building work would be nerve-wracking, but it's no matter what you spend on a place, you always worry that it would have lost the character, and that was my biggest worry. And no amount of money can sort of recreate character. It's there, and moving it from the old place into this place was very, very important. And I have to say it's worked, and this place has taken on maybe a slightly different character, but it's a blend of the old and the new.
After 51 years of marriage and 9 children, Leo and Moya are as happy in each other's company as ever, and as proud and full of wonderment at their children's success.
Well, I remember the first album was the most exciting one of the whole lot, and I used to sit at night and cry listening to it, you know. So I got used to them. I was the one that always criticised them, you know, why did you do this and why did you do that? So Leo was more or less, I was happy with what they were doing, but I would we see what Mom has to say? So they always used to take my criticism pretty, you know, like serious enough. You know.
I thought myself at one stage in my young days that I'd love to compose, and I sat down with the piano and the accordion and thought I'd be able to write something, but nothing came out. But strange to say, there's 8 of the family now, and music flows out of them. Most of them are composing all the time, and this gives me a great thrill and a great pleasure, because you're always waiting for something new, you know.
Bartley now hopes to build a cultural centre with a small theatre and a museum detailing the family's story.
There's a mountain of stuff there, like, you know, there's awards and discs and footage and interviews and everything, you know, going back quite a while, like, you know. And it's just to try and pull all that together and give encouragement to local youngsters that might say, oh, you know, we might become musicians, or we want to become musicians, if they look and see how it worked for Clannad, and also work as an informative place for the people that come from Japan and America and all the rest, like, you know.
In the meantime, there are TV crews most days, bus tours stopping by, and the frequent tourist on a Clannad or Enya pilgrimage. Most come to see Leo, but the constant media attention is no bother to him.
Loves it. Can't keep him away from it. He loves it.
Oh, I'm so thankful and so contented with my life now at this stage that it's just wonderful to sit around and look at the place booming and play a few tunes any time that there's reason for it, whether it be the day or